We're going to take a break from our top stories today. Today is Wednesday, and that means we have a new installment of our Small Town Spotlight series. We're continuing to explore the 5 magic towns of Chihuahua. Our chief meteorologist, Robert Perez, is live at the Consulate General of Mexico in El Paso with the first look at your forecast. Robert, how's it going out there?
Well, it's just a tad warm outside right now. Of course, we have a heat advisory in effect, and that heat advisory has been extended now all the way through Sunday evening. This big dome of high pressure, literally centered between Las Cruces and El Paso, is just sitting on top of us, and of course, extreme heat. Tomorrow, I'm predicting a high temperature of 106. Right now, it's 103 at the International Airport. Now, I'm live downtown at the Mexican-American Cultural Center, and today, it's the last Small Town Spotlight of 2025. But we're going to have some fun because it's part 2 of our Pueblos Mágicos of Chihuahua and the 5 magic towns. You're going to learn so much about the beautiful state of Chihuahua, our neighbors to the south. And it's kind of perfectly in fashion that it ends right here for the Small Town Spotlight where it all began. Our first Small Town Spotlight was right here on March 24th for the grand opening. And since then, 24,000 visitors have come through that beautiful building. Small Town Spotlight. I'm going to have your detailed forecast. We're going to talk about when does this ridiculous heat end and we get our thunder showers back. All of that, plus you're going to get to see an exhibit inside that was sponsored by the Consulate General of Mexico. All coming up. Oh, what? Oh, hold on. I forgot to do the Small Town Spotlight checklist. Imitation aviators? Check. Extra hairspray? Check. 50 SPF sunscreen? Check. O-Cloud shoes that I got for Christmas? Check. Like so many of the downtowns of cities across America, downtown Juarez, Mexico is also undergoing a renovation, building by building. Over my shoulder right here is the famous gymnasium. It's the birthplace of Lucha Libre. Of course, Lucha Libre is the extravagant wrestling where the wrestlers wear the fancy masks. Well, this is another icon of downtown Juarez. It's La Fiesta Cabaret. It was built in the 1940s and it sat empty for many years, desperately needing renovation. Mr. Francisco Yepo bought this building and has restored it to even better than it was before. And now it's a restaurant that you can come and enjoy any day. Let's go taste. Oh, let me assure you, I tasted just about everything they had, and we have a lot more on La Fiesta coming up through the afternoon. And if you haven't been over there, you can walk. We park on the American side. We walk over. It's so easy to go over there. It's not far from the bridge downtown. You can eat. It's fantastic. The beverages, the desserts. Oh, just you wait. I've got a lot more to show you coming up later this afternoon. Welcome. This is the exhibit. The exhibit here at the Mexican-American Cultural Center is called Maletas Migrantes, which means suitcases of the migrants. And we're actually going to talk to one of the artists who made one of these items and get his take about what it means and the value of this. This is actually a collaborative project between the Consulate General of Mexico, the Revolutionary Museum in Juarez, and of course the Mexican-American Cultural Center. So we're going to have a lot more on this coming up in just a little bit. I know we're all wondering when is it going to rain again? Please, please, thunder showers come back. Well, here comes your exclusive 9-day forecast. Now, I'm extending our weather authority alert through Thursday because I'm concerned about that bubble of high pressure. 106 the high temperature for tomorrow with lots of sunshine. Of course, another extreme heat day. Then I do believe that ridge of high pressure hangs around through Saturday, so still more triple-digit heat. We'll be talking about a high going down to 104 on Friday, and then we'll be down to about 103 on Saturday. I do see a couple of clouds out there today. They're really struggling because today is the maximum of that zone of high pressure, and I'll have the official high for you later tonight at 10 o'clock. Now, expect those thunder showers to return with potentially a vengeance on Sunday evening. Those storms will be pretty strong after a hot day, 99 degrees the high temperature, and then we're back into full monsoon mode. That means the days will be muggy. Dew point temperatures will be on the higher side, and we'll have the regular daily thunder showers. And of course, any one of those storms all the way from Sunday through Wednesday could produce some brief locally heavy rainfall. Of course, if you'd like to see this forecast again, you go to our website, KTSM.com, download our app, or go to any one of my social media products for your forecast. Now, coming up in just a little bit, maletas migrantes. These are fantastically beautiful individual pieces of art, of course, which talk about the migrants and their struggles coming to the United States. Difficulty, but also beauty in each one of these pieces, and I can't wait to show you more. You stay with KTSM 9 News. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. Today we are highlighting the 5 magic towns of Chihuahua, Mexico. They're known for their flavorful dishes and delicious drinks. We want to share with you how to make one of Chihuahua's famous recipes. Now it involves veggies, meats, and cheese, and of course the traditional molcajete.
We have the unique privilege of cooking with Chef Jaime Armendariz. He comes to us all the way from Chihuahua. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you, Monica. Today we're going to do a different plate. We're going to cook molcajete. So the first thing we're going to put is our molcajete to the fire.
All right.
So it gets really hot.
So now we're going to put the steak on the grill.
That's right. We just put it, we salt it, then we turn, and it's almost ready.
That's it? Oh, wow.
So now we're going to cut the nopales. It's nopal, it's a type of cactus.
Mm-hmm.
So we just, they cut it when it's young and not that big.
Okay.
So the small ones that are growing, that's the good ones. So we're just gonna make the same shape as our meat. And then we have the chili, the chilaca. That's over here, it's called California chilies.
Okay.
So we just roasted them in the grill, and then just put them in the bag so they sweat, and then you peel them off.
Yeah. I guess you would say.
We're just gonna take the molcajete out. So here we can put our meat in the molcajete.
Oh wow, okay.
I'm gonna cut the cheese.
So this cheese you were talking about, how it's in the shape of
Chihuahua.
Chihuahua.
You just open it here, make a small cut here, and then we cut a little bit of cheese. So here we just put a little bit of water.
Muy bien. So we just finished blending it all, and this is what it looks like. There you guys go. I learned something new. So Chihuahua, very well represented here in this beautiful dish, and it goes well with
everything.
Today is Wednesday, and that means we have a new installment of our Small Town Spotlight series. We're continuing to explore the 5 magic towns of Chihuahua, and of course, our chief meteorologist, Robert Perez, is live at the Consulate General of Mexico in El Paso with a first look at your forecast. Robert, how's it going out there?
I'm great, and Christina, I'm almost at the Consulate General. I will be going there at 6 o'clock. Until then, I'm live here at the Mexican American Cultural Center, which opened this year on March 24th. And I'm in one of the artists' workshop right now. Joining me now live is Marco Sanchez.
Hi.
Pleasure. Sorry we jumped in and just interfered with all your work. Tell us about what you're doing, and first of all, brag a little bit about that. I mean, that is just perfection achieved.
Thank you, thank you. So I'm a printmaker, and I was the last of the artists in residence here at the MAC on the first round of the cohort of resident artists. And again, I'm a printmaker, which means I make images from different substrates, different matrices like linoleum, woodcut, MDF board, copper, and...
Marco, you were saying that this board right here where you do your work, it dates back to 1500s?
The press itself, no. Some of the techniques date back to the 1500s, like etchings or mezzotints. So works on copper in order to make multiples, right?
Wow. Okay. Well, Marco has designed one of the maletas that are on display here at the MAC all the way until October. He's going to take us over and show us what you made and talk about that. Until then, let's speak heat. I think people are done with it. Unfortunately, I'm extending that weather authority alert all the way through Thursday evening. I expect the high tomorrow to be 106 degrees. Finally, those thunderstorms come back at us by the end of the weekend. I'm going to have your detailed forecast, and we're going to see this maleta of the migrants, maletas migrantes, coming up in just a little bit. Christina?
Sounds good.
You can certainly imagine the big bands out here dancing on the dance floor. Well, maybe there's not so much dancing anymore, but there are people enjoying their lunchtime, and oh my goodness, La Fiesta has the most wonderful menu, and you're going to love the delicious foods that you can try. Oh, I see a table is ready right now. Of course, you can always start out with a nice little cappuccino. Oh, hi, Leslie.
Hi, hello.
Hi there. Oh, what do we have here?
Here we have some crab cakes, and here is some steak, fried steak.
Fried steak bites, and
with
that looks
guacamole.
like guacamole
With natural
right there.
guacamole on it.
Okay, let me try that guacamole.
Here are some tortillas and some salsa.
Oh, yes, please. Thank you. And these are little crab cakes.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. It's so absolutely delicious. Well, I am live at the Mexican American Cultural Center, or the MAC, as it is called, downtown. And through October, you can see a display that is basically a collaborative effort between the Revolution Museum in Juarez and the MAC, also the Consulate General of Mexico, and it is called Maletas Migrantes, which means suitcases of the migrants. Now, some of these are very powerful. For example, this one, you're encouraged to open it, and then when you do, you see a baby inside. I mean, these are kind of striking images because some are happy, but some revealed the struggle of migrants. Of course, immigration to the United States is a very emotional topic, and that's why they wanted to create this display, the maletas. And of course, we met Marco Sanchez. You are a gifted artist. Of course, we saw some of your print work, but you have also created a maleta. So tell us a little bit about this maleta and this board right here. What were you thinking here?
So this piece I made after graduating with my MFA from Northwestern Pennsylvania, and I did so in printmaking. I came back because I lost a job offer in a SUNY school, University of New York, because of the pandemic. So then, pandemic brought me back home, and I was doing construction again with my father, which is something that I'd done throughout the years and something that he's done since he was 13 years old, my grandfather. And when we lived in Juarez, they would cross from Juarez to the U.S. to work in construction, and so it's like a generational thing too now, right? Because my youngest brother is doing the same type of work with my father.
Now, when I look inside your maleta, it says Esenciales?
Esenciales.
Esenciales. Essentials?
Yes, essentials, yes.
Okay. Yours is really more of a positive maleta, I would say.
I would think so. I wanted it to be that way because, again, it was... I made it, and I was thinking about it during the pandemic, and essential workers and all that sort of stuff. And immigrants are essential, whether it's in construction and medicine, in the fields, right, picking our fruits and vegetables.
Yeah.
So
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Thank you. You can see this in person until October down here at the MAC. Marco, many blessings. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Okay, let's talk heat. We've got a heat advisory that's now been extended all the way through Saturday evening. And of course, that dome of high pressure has been tormenting us with this exceptional heat. High temperature tomorrow, I'm predicting 106, comes down to 104 by Friday, still hot and dry. Saturday, the clouds begin to move in as that high pressure zone sort of starts to want to break down. 103, the high temperature. And then all of a sudden, Saturday night, that high pressure zone breaks down, the moisture moves back in, 99 on Sunday, and the thunder showers on Sunday could be quite strong and bring some fairly heavy rain out of some individual cells. Then we're back in monsoon mode again. We missed it. We missed the rain. Thunder showers likely Sunday all the way through Wednesday before we downgrade that to just isolated storms for next Thursday and Friday. But otherwise, we can say goodbye to that triple-digit heat after Saturday. And of course, the trade-off is the mugginess comes back, so that's not so good. Live at the MAC, coming up at 5 o'clock tonight, I shall talk to somebody from the Consulate General of Mexico who's put together this wonderful part 2 of our Pueblos Mágicos, our small town spotlight, and the last one of the year. You stay with KTSM 9 News.
Very nice, Robert. Well, today we are highlighting the 5 magic towns of Chihuahua, Mexico. And we want to talk about the Chihuahua Sour Drink. We're taking you behind the scenes to see what's in the Chihuahua Sour Drink and why it's quickly become a favorite to so many.
Hey everyone, so today we get a very unique privilege of actually being with a sotolero. And I want to welcome Jovi Ortega. Thank you so much for being with us today.
No, thank you so much for having me here. Thank you all for being interested in what we have in Chihuahua.
What is a sotolero?
Well, let's talk about sotol, because I don't think it's something very strange for you guys here in Texas. We have the plant right here. The botanic name or scientific name of the plant is Dasylirion, commonly known in Chihuahua as cereque, which means palm tree plant.
And it's the beautiful plant that we have even here outside of our own studio.
Yes.
So what are we going to do today?
So today, our first drink is gonna be the Chihuahua Sour. So if you guys know the New York Sour, this is a variation because we use sotol and some wine from Chihuahua.
Oh, all
Yes.
right.
We are gonna use sotol blanco,
Okay.
some lime, and simple syrup. Here we are gonna use 1 ounce for each. And we're gonna shake.
Okay.
So there we have, and we're gonna put some red wine.
Red wine.
on the
And
top.
this is also from Chihuahua, correct?
Yes,
Wow, so this is what you would call Chihuahua Sour.
a Chihuahua Sour, yes.
Mm.
So let's put some rosemary for the smell, and probably a small garnish of lime. Make it look pretty.
Oh, there you go.
And then we have a Chihuahua Sour.
Chihuahua Sour. Wow, that is amazing. So this is just one of the many drinks that you can create using these incredible spirits.
Yes, something that you should know, just mix it
Uh-huh.
and it'll be ready to drink.
Let's get a first check of the forecast. Chief Meteorologist Robert Bettis joins us now. Hi, Robert. Look at you. Where are you?
Well, hi, Estella, right back at you, and I am live at the Mexican American Cultural Center, the MAC, downtown, and we've just taken a little view of the Maletas Migrantes, which is a little caricature suitcases that tell the story of the migrants coming through Mexico to America. It's a very emotional display, and it's on here until October. But we've teamed up with the Consulate General of Chihuahua, and joining me now is the Director of Tourism for the state of Chihuahua, Herman Orantia. Nice to see you, Herman.
Nice to see you, Robert.
Okay, so we're going to talk Chihuahua, and what a beautiful state it is.
Yeah.
The Pueblos Mágicos, and Chihuahua is such an amazing city. You were saying how it's becoming a wine capital.
Yes, it is. Chihuahua as a state is the biggest in all Mexico, and it has a lot of weathers, a lot of different climates, and it's obvious that we have a different condition for wine. And not only wine, but also spirits. Sotol is the most famous of the northern distillates or spirits, and it's Sotol is like the brand distillate from Chihuahua, but also craft beer. We have award medal winning craft beer and also wine.
Herman, I'm going to talk to you some more. We're going to learn more about Chihuahua. Let me do the weather real quick. Heat advisory all the way through tomorrow. 106 tomorrow. It's 104 at the airport right now. The heat does end, but we've got to get through just Sunday before the triple-digit heat breaks down and the thunder showers return. I'm going to have your detailed forecast, and we'll talk to the Director of Tourism for the state of Chihuahua coming up in just a bit.
So in 1954, if you had about $100, yes, it was very expensive to get into La Fiesta Cabaret. You might mingle with the likes of Marilyn Monroe or possibly Frank Sinatra. But now Leslie will bring you, oh my goodness, the most delicious looking steak and shrimp. Leslie, what is this?
These are our green enchiladas that are with chicken and cheese on it. This is our steak, which is like arrachera, and that's our brocheta maritera with steak and shrimp on it.
So these are green enchiladas.
Yes, that is our creamy sauce.
With the creamy sauce, La Fiesta style, real Mexican food in downtown Juarez. Fantastic.
All right, here comes your exclusive 9-day forecast. Here it comes, the heat, 106, the high temperature for our Thursday. It comes down a little bit on Friday to 104. By Saturday, 103, we'll see the clouds return by Saturday evening, and by Sunday, the moisture comes back, the thunder showers come back, potentially strong storms after a hot Sunday afternoon of 99 degrees. As we cruise into Monday through Wednesday, we're back into our usual monsoon mode, high temperatures in the mid-90s, lots of humidity in the afternoon, and daily regular thunder showers. Of course, joining me now is the Director of Tourism Promotion for the state of Chihuahua, Herman Orantia. Okay. So to go from El Paso to Albuquerque, about 3.5 hours. It's closer to go to Chihuahua.
Yes, from land, if you go by land, you'll be in Chihuahua City, the capital, in 3 hours tops.
Tops.
Yeah, it's very easy. It's a very nice road. And if you are in the city of Chihuahua, you can go to the Sierra, you can go back to the desert, you can go to the historical places like Parral, like Riva Palacio, all the history on the state. If you hear from Pancho Villa, we have museums of Pancho Villa. Parral is another small city, like 2 hours from the capital, and it's the homeland of Pancho Villa and the place where he died. And there's a lot of history, there's a lot of culture, and there's a lot of wine and beer and sotol.
Well, I understand that the city of Chihuahua, it's a very sophisticated city, and you have top-notch accommodations, and also starting next year, a direct flight from El Paso to Chihuahua. Tell us about this.
Yes, we're expecting to, around in the spring break, in spring, there will be a direct flight from El Paso to Chihuahua City. It's less than an hour or maybe a half an hour. You can go directly and across with a very quick flight. in Chihuahua City, in Chihuahua, the capital of the state of Chihuahua.
Now, you also were talking about the big wine festival, and this is a competition not only of Mexican wines, but European wines, and this is quite an international city that it has become.
Yes, Chihuahua State has a lot of wineries, more than 50 wineries in all the state. And this November, we will have a competition, the Concurs Mondial de Brussels, the Mexico selection, that it's Mexican wine, Mexican spirit, also for the first time, Mexican craft beer from all the places in the country will be evaluated by judges from around the world, more than 50 judges. We're expecting more than 1,000 entries from spirits, wine, and craft beer. And we will be the capital of the quality of wine and beer and spirits this November.
Herman, muchas gracias. It sounds fantastic. We need to make that trip.
Yes, you got to go.
You stay with KTSM 9 News. More on our small town spotlight coming up at 6 o'clock tonight.
Hey everyone, we have a very unique privilege of having a sotolero here with us today. Jovi Ortega, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, so let's get ready a tinto de Riablo.
Riablo.
So we are using 2 ounces of Riablo spiced pineapple. So as we explained previously, this is an avocado with a V, which means integrated with. So it's a sotol blanco integrated with flavors of pineapple and chiltepin pepper. We're gonna use half an ounce of the simple syrup.
Okay.
And we're gonna make it a little bit citrusy with some lime juice. So we're gonna use half an ounce. After we shake, we are gonna use 2 ounces more of pineapple juice.
Ooh, all right. Top it off.
To talk about the cocktail, White Tinto de Riablo. So the sangria in Madrid, Spain, is called Tinto de Verano. So Tinto de Riablo because we use Riablo, and we're gonna use some wine by Don Leoncio from Casas Grandes.
Oh, wow. So everything here is local to Chihuahua, to Casas Grandes. This is so incredible. You guys have your own drinks. Wow, Jovi, thank you so much. This looks so gorgeous. Just another proof of how beautiful Chihuahua is.
Delicioso.
There you go. I love that.
Joining us now is Alejandra Villalobos, the Director of Tourism Management and at the Ministry of Tourism and the Government State of Chihuahua. Thank you again for being with us. Of course, we had part 1 of Small Town Spotlight, the 5 Magic Towns of Chihuahua, last week, and you're back for the encore.
Thank you so much. It's a great pleasure to be here.
And we actually want to thank you because we are wearing just beautiful festive clothes. Alejandra, can you tell us a little bit about what we're wearing today?
So today what you and me, are wearing is our traditional raramuri clothing for women. And what Andy's wearing is something that is pretty similar, but they usually don't do it this way. What they do is they wear something like this. So this has been stylish for men.
Wow.
Interesting.
So yeah, and all of them are handmade, as you can check.
The quality is unbelievable, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, and for the Raramuri people, the bright colors are very important. They really like bright colors.
Oh, wow.
And as you can see, yours has a lot of flowers.
Yes.
And then always are going to have these triangles or lines. And what they have told me before is that if they live close to mountains, then they will have triangles.
Okay.
If they live closer to rivers or flatter parts, then it's going to have lines.
Oh, the lines, kind of like Andy's blouse.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
What
cool.
about, and I'm wearing this correctly. It's supposed to be tucked in, right? Because we were having a debate on whether or not it should be tucked in or tucked out. I'm wearing it correctly, right?
However you feel free and however you feel comfortable with it.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Well, we appreciate it. Looking forward to the 6 p.m. hour. That's for sure.
Yeah. Thanks so much for having us here and for letting us share the culture of Chihuahua.
I can't wait for you guys to see it all. Alejandra, thank you so much, and hopefully we'll be seeing a lot more of you during our 6 o'clock hour.
That is right. Make sure you're joining us for Small Town Spotlight beginning at 6 p.m. We got another look at the forecast coming up after the break. Stay with us.
Season 3 of Small Town Spotlight, sponsored by Labinati Law.
Hey everyone, welcome to our very last Small Town Spotlight for the year. So excited. We're coming to you live from the Consulate General of Mexico right here in El Paso. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Monica Cortez.
I'm Andy Morgan. Of course, this is part 2 as we feature the 5 magic towns of Chihuahua. A lot of the culture, a lot of the experiences, diverse experiences that you can really enjoy in some of these small towns, no doubt about that. If you did miss it, you're in luck because we're going to recap a little bit of part 1, and then of course we have a lot to get to here in part 2, and guess what? We even dressed the part.
I know. So last week we featured Casas Grandes and Krill, and today we have 3 other towns. So we're featuring the 5 Pueblos Mágicos, the 5 magic towns in Chihuahua. Can you name them? Can you name them?
No,
Me
I got
neither.
Krill, I got Casas Grandes.
Okay.
That's 2.
Okay.
I need help with pronunciations now.
Batopilas.
Okay.
Then you have Huachochi.
Uh-huh.
And you have Parral.
That's the one.
There it is.
And in case you missed it, here's a recap.
So in Chihuahua, we have 5 Pueblos Mágicos. A magic town has to have this magic, of course, and has to tell you something about the history of the place, the culture of the place. The one that is closer to you is Casas Grandes. The most important thing that you have there is that Paquimé, which is this archaeological site, is a UNESCO heritage place. Parral is located in the southeast of Chihuahua. Since Parral had a lot of mining, a lot of silver, but you know, Parral has something very important for us. It was the place where Pancho Villa was killed. So every July, the death of Villa is commemorated, and it takes 15 days, 2 weeks. Then you go to Huachochi. Huachochi is in the top of, it's like a huge mesa on top of the canyons. So it's a forest, pine and oaks. It's pretty cool. They have very majestic nature, landscapes, and it's surrounded by canyons. Chihuahua has the largest system of canyons in the world. And then you go to Batopilas. Going into Batopilas is an adventure. It's very beautiful, and you're going to go to 1,500 feet over sea level. So everything changed. From the forest to mangoes, avocados, and guavas, and papaya trees. Subtropical weather, and then in winter you can have snow, freezing temperatures up there, and then in the bottom you're going to be in summer camp. Krill is going to be surrounded by these volcanic rocks that have really amazing shapes, such as frogs, mushrooms, monks, and each valley has its own name because of the shape of the rocks. Also, Krill has the Chepe, the train. So if you would like even to go to the Sea of Cortez, you can take the train, cross the Sierra Madre, and then go all the way to the Pacific coast. Take the chance to go and visit Chihuahua. We are neighbors, we have been there like forever, and it's a great way also to know about culture, about history. You will always find something to do with your family in all of those places.
Wow, it never gets old watching this story. I know we featured it in our last week's episode. It's another real cool reminder of all the magic there is in Chihuahua.
One of the things too is just all of the color and the scenery, the landscape. It definitely wasn't what I expected coming into this 2-part episode, I should say, of Small Town Spotlight. wasn't what I expected, but you just see the scenery and it's just absolutely gorgeous. A lot of color, a lot of culture, a lot of everything they have to offer.
And you know what's real crazy is, if I can real quick, so Andy and I are wearing these very incredible outfits. We're going to describe what it all means, because it means something, and we'll do that right after we talk to Robert.
Can't wait. And speaking of Robert, he joins us live here on the season finale of Small Town Spotlight. Robert, can you believe it?
I cannot believe it. And Monica and Andy, I want to touch on something you just said. You said it wasn't what I expected. You know, that's what I and my family all feel about Mexico. It was not what we expected. We spent Christmas in Mexico City, and I'm going to tell you honestly, I think it's the best city I've ever been to in my entire life. It is world class, it is safe, it is sophisticated, the best food I've ever eaten. It rivals Manhattan, and not what we expected. And after talking with our friends from Mexico who've been so gracious to us here at the Consulado General de Mexico, which I will take you inside and we're going to talk to them in just a moment, I'm excited to possibly vacation in Chihuahua. It's 3 hours away and it looks fantastic. Well, we are live here on San Antonio Street and Virginia, right where the consulate is located. It is a little warm. It's still 103 degrees. That heat advisory has been extended all the way through Saturday, and the triple-digit heat will follow us into the weekend. But the good news, if you miss the thunder showers, oh, they're coming back, and they're coming back in a big way on Sunday. I'm going to have your detailed forecast coming up in just a little bit. Monica? Andy?
Robert, thank you so much. Well, okay, so I promised you what we're wearing. So Andy has this beautiful shirt, and you can tell there's diamonds, there's lines. I have these little triangles, if you can see that. So this is from the Raramuri culture in Chihuahua, and basically they designed it to where the little triangles, they represent mountains, and yours have the lines which represent rivers. So they'll wear the outfits according to where they live. So
which is really, really cool and unique, I feel like.
Very, very cool. So I'm so excited to get into all of it, but we still have a lot more to share with you guys.
Also handmade.
Can you believe that?
The quality is just unbelievable. That's right. We got a lot to get to, but we do want to also get to our news of the day, and for that we turn to Estela Casas, who is back in our studio in West El Paso. Estela.
Well, here's a quick recap of the day's top stories. A police confrontation on an I-10 overpass where a man died has been ruled a homicide. A warning, the video you're about to see is disturbing. The medical examiner's office is listing the death of Xavier Guadalupe Hernandez as asphyxia caused by chest compression after law enforcement subdual and restraint. The 30-year-old had confronted police on an I-10 overpass, saying he attempted to jump over a barrier on the highway. That's when an officer subdued Hernandez. The autopsy revealed he also had cocaine in his system.
I want to emphasize that this remains an open and honest investigation. At this time, no findings or determinations have been made regarding potential criminal liability. Three separate investigations are currently underway: a criminal investigation by the El Paso Police Department's Crimes Against Persons Unit, an independent separate investigation by the Texas Rangers, and an administrative investigation by the El Paso Police Department Internal Affairs Division.
It's also worth noting that Hernandez's family did have an attorney, but as of this morning, the attorney tells KTSM that he is no longer on the case, and the family has retained other legal counsel. And we continue our coverage tonight on the Texas legislative standoff as more than 50 Democrats remain out of state for a third day, boycotting the House to block a redistricting vote. The quorum breaks has brought the special session to a complete halt, prompting Governor Greg Abbott to call on the Department of Public Safety to issue arrest warrants to bring absent members back to the chamber. And today, the redistricting fight taking a violent turn after Democrats in Illinois were forced to evacuate from their hotel over a bomb threat. Representatives saying despite this, they have no plans on returning by Friday's deadline, something local Republicans believe is enough to vacate their seats.
When people look at the details of this map, I think they will be just as appalled as I am. And so I will go back when this map is rescinded and when there's fair representation for my community and the people that I represent.
I know the governor's doing his job by bringing them back, but I wish he could do it and just leave them out of the state and let them stay gone forever. It sounds like it's within his power to remove them from office, which he should do. They've already broken their oath, broken the law.
And of El Paso representation that has left the state, Representative Joe Moody stayed. Mary Gonzalez and Claudia Ordaz have not commented to KTSM at this time. Attorney General Ken Paxton has also taken action, launching an investigation into former Congressman Beto O'Rourke, whose organization, Powered by People, has been a lead financial contributor to Democrats. Paxton saying he may have engaged in unlawful activity by violating bribery laws. Well, that's a look at your top stories for today. Let's send things over to Monica Cortez and Andy Morgan, who are out live at the Consulate General of Mexico for our Small Town Spotlight. What a fun thing to do today.
Hey, Estela. Yes, we are so lucky to be out here. I feel like our jobs take us to the craziest places. So, okay, Andy, we talked a little bit about the Cinco Pueblos Mágicos, right? Okay, so I guess now the question is, what do we need to get over there?
How do you get there? What do you need? As long as you're prepared and you do this with a little time in advance, really not that difficult.
Right?
Take a look for yourself.
Well, first you need to have a passport or an ID.
The Consul General of Mexico shares that it's very easy to get all your documents in order.
You don't need a visa if it's only for tourism purposes. What you need is to pay a permit if you are going to Chihuahua for more than 7 days.
However, if you are driving to Chihuahua, there is an extra step you'll need to take.
Then what you need to ask for is a temporary permit for the vehicle. That is very important, because if you don't have that permit to introduce your car to Chihuahua, then it can be seized.
The Consul General says it's easy to get this permit. You can pay for it online or at any of the border crossings, adding, there is one extra step you must remember to do.
When you return to the U.S., you have to give back the permit. You have to cancel it, because if you don't cancel it, then there's always a problem the next time that you want to cross.
If you're flying by air, the process is even easier.
The airline charges directly the permit in your the price of your ticket, so that you know that you're paying a permit to enter Mexico already in your ticket.
All in all, the Consul General says he encourages everyone to visit the magical towns in Chihuahua.
You will have a great experience. You will have the real Mexican experience, because these are little towns full of color, full of culture, full of fun things to do.
Mauricio Ibarra Ponce de Leon, the Consulate General in El Paso, of Mexico in El Paso. Thank you so much for joining us here in person after we just saw really how simple it was.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Monica, for being here. It's a pleasure having you here at the consulate, and I want to thank KTSM for everything that you've been doing promoting Mexico. So thanks.
Second year in a row we're here.
Second year in a row. I think what you have done it's amazing, because obviously what we want to do is promote people here from El Paso to go to Chihuahua. As you have been mentioning all these magic towns that we have. We have so many beautiful places to visit, and basically it's really easy to go to Mexico, no? It's never true that you need a visa, no, to go to Mexico. That's not true. But what you need to do, if you want to go by car, for example, then you need to ask for a permit for the vehicle that you will have to give back when you return. But if you fly from some other place into Chihuahua, for example, then the airline itself charges you with a, with a fee for tourism. But that's
incredible. And so I guess our question to you is, why do you think it's so important for us to travel and learn about a new culture in Mexico?
Well, actually, for a region like this is a very binational region. So we border each other. So we need to learn more about what we all do. No, we share traditions, we share culture, we share the community in general. No, you know, probably 68% of people in El Paso have a family in Juarez and the other way around. The majority of people from Mexico working here are from Chihuahua. So I think it's very important for us to show you what we have, to show you the good things that Mexico provides to the world, which is the touristic sites like the Pueblos Mágicos, no, the culinary culture that we have, the culture in general. Yeah. So this is the best that we have, and the people, which is the most important asset that we have to show the world.
I love that.
Real quick, in terms of the 5 magic towns of Chihuahua, what is different there than maybe the rest of Mexico? What are you going to experience in those 5 magic towns that you can't get anywhere else?
Well, you're going to experience a lot of culture, a lot of tradition, and again, the people that we have there. So these are towns that we are very honored to have, and that they have done so much to really attract tourism and attract people. So you will get the best service ever, and you will have all this culture that is going to really, you know, excite you, and inspire you to come back again and again and again.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much for allowing us to be here with you, first of all. And guys, now that you know how easy it is to get there, we can't wait to show you the last 3 magic towns that are left in Chihuahua, and it's all coming up.
Yeah, it's coming up on the other side. Stay with us here on Small Towns.
Your local weather authority, Robert Bettis, the Borderlands' only certified broadcast meteorologist.
Oh yeah, the magic is back at La Fiesta Cabaret right here in downtown Juarez. Look at this magnificent place. Look at the architecture. It's been completely and totally restored. Joining me now is Mr. Finlay Yepo. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, Robert.
Oh my goodness, it's incredible. Look what you've done.
Yes, we're very proud of it.
You brought it back. Tell us about the restoration.
Thank you. So this restoration is a project of my father. Francisco Yepo is a well-known businessman here in Juarez. And it took us 7 years to restore it. It used to be a cabaret back in the 50s, 1954 to 1972, and then it was abandoned for a while.
And now it's a beautiful restaurant. Any plans to restore the big ballroom dancing?
We're trying to. We want to, first of all, we want to keep it as a place where everybody can come. So as a restaurant that gives everybody a chance.
Yes.
And then maybe do some bigger events and bring some good artists in here. But I mean, there's a lot of opportunities.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Fantastic.
All right, here comes your exclusive 9-day forecast. I think it's the forecast that absolutely nobody wants to hear, because unfortunately tomorrow it's another exceptionally hot day. Extreme heat with a high of 106. In the afternoon, it's 103 right now at the international airports. But once that sun sets tonight, it's walking weather again. Clear skies, light winds, beautiful. We're going to ramp the heat down as that zone of high pressure begins to break down over the next few days. By Friday, 104, the high temperature, 103 on Saturday, and partly cloudy skies. And then that ridge of high pressure literally falls apart Saturday night, and in comes the monsoonal moisture and the thunder showers. And those thunder showers on Sunday night could get quite strong. We can expect storms possible over the next several days after that as we go back into regular monsoon mode. I am inside the Consulado General de Mexico, and they have afforded me my own special honorary pen. That was awarded to me by my friend here, the Consul of Protection and Legal Services, Cesar Azuara Nájera. Nice to see you, Cesar.
Nice to see you, Robert. Thank you for giving this opportunity to talk with the Mexican community.
Oh, well, it is extremely nice to be here with you. So I want to talk to you a little bit about this place. And of course, I see a bunch of counters and I see instructional place here. What goes on in the Consul in El Paso?
Yeah, well, in the consulate in El Paso and in all the consular network in the U.S., we have lots of services for Mexican people who is living or traveling or working here in the USA. We start with the services like issuing passports, matrículas consulares, doble nacionalidad, through another kind of services as the protection services, which are the services that I provide to the people that goes from legal affairs to help for the people to locate their relatives or to help them to get the remains of the people who unfortunately died while trying to cross to the U.S. to Mexico.
Cesar, you have something very special here for Mexican citizens on Fridays where you give free legal advice. So if they have any problem with anything at all, real estate, or as you mentioned, immigration, or possibly maybe even a criminal matter or something like that, you help them free?
Yes, sure, for free. The thing is that they have to come to the consulate and ask for the protection department, or tell to the person at the entrance that they need some free legal advisory, and then they will come and our team of lawyers will help them out with their problems.
Okay, last point, I'm going to talk to you about this in a minute. You finally went to Chihuahua after all these years.
Yes.
I'm going to hear about your trip, okay, in just a little bit, because I'm thinking about taking my family there too.
Okay.
All right. You stay with KTSM 9 News. More coming up.
Welcome back to Small Town Spotlight, the season finale of Small Town Spotlight. If you can believe it, this journey started all the way back a couple months ago, and Truth or Consequences has taken us to Capitan, it has taken us to Ruidoso, a little bit of everything everywhere, and now we're finishing it with the 5 magic towns of Chihuahua, Mexico, which of course started last week. This is part 2 as we take a deep dive into those 5 magic towns.
Absolutely. It's been such a blast learning about our sister state, our sister country, if you will. Just a hop, skip, and away. And our next stop is Parral.
Let's check it out.
Parral has a lot to do with history.
Parral, captivating, steeped in rich mining and cultural history, just about 6.5 hours from El Paso by car. This magical town is known for being a mining hub in Mexico and its association with figures like Francisco Pancho Villa.
In this place you are going to find a couple of museums about Pancho Villa, the largest estate in the world about Villa, riding a horse, and a lot of different other museums.
Parral was forged in the silver rush, evolving into an essential destination for those passionate about the legacy of ancient Mexico and revolutionary tales.
There is La Mina La Prieta, which was a very rich mine, and it's a museum right now, so you can visit that. Also, there's Palacio de Alvarado, where you can find a lot of history.
From the mines to the palace, Parral's value has increased from heady days of the silver trade, now playing host to the tourist trade, with visitors arriving from around the world, looking through a magical window to the past and a vista filled with the authenticity of northern traditions. What did you think?
Really, really cool. Also looked delicious, that last shot. I
know.
I would like 2 of those, please.
Right? So, okay, most of these towns, you need about a day or 2 to really enjoy. So, if you spent 2 days in Parral, I know you're going to love Huachochi.
And that's what's coming up next here. What is really cool about this spot, and I think this also speaks to me and my love for nature, scenery, that sort of thing, you can really enjoy nature and the scenery to its fullest here. Check this one out as well.
Huachochi is in the top of, it's like a huge mesa on top of the canyons.
Huachochi, surrounded by nature, picturesque canyons, and crystal clear waters, the magic of this pueblo is evident. Just about a 9-hour drive from El Paso or 5-hour drive from Chihuahua City, you get there, the destination is simply unforgettable, beginning with the town's canyons.
So you have the major canyon is called La Sinforosa, which is the deepest canyon in the system. Probably you know, but Chihuahua has the largest system of canyons in the world.
Oftentimes called La Reina de las Barrancas, or the Queen of the Canyons, is part of the Copper Canyon complex in the state of Chihuahua. Our tour guide, Alejandra, says the Queen runs deeper than the Grand Canyon. The huge canyon complex consists of 6 canyons, with the tributaries merging into the Rio Fuerte and emptying into the Sea of Cortés. But it's not just enjoying the picturesque scenes of the canyons in Huachochi. It's also about its delicious delicacies.
And the gastronomy is really good too. And they have a lot of trout, rainbow trout farms.
At the heart of Huachochi's gastronomy is a local delicacy, trout. According to Alejandra, the fish is prepared using recipes passed down from generation to generation, offering a unique culinary experience. Spending a day or two is the perfect way to enjoy a deep connection with nature.
That's what I meant when you talk about enjoying nature, enjoying the scenery. Absolutely gorgeous.
Isn't it? I really can't wait to do this whole tour of all 5 magic towns.
Just one by one. And the next one, so hidden in the depths of the Copper Canyon here now is the magic town that many people, when we were talking to, said this is a must visit place when you go to Chihuahua, and that is Batopilas, another small town in the state of Chihuahua.
Yeah, so get this, Batopilas means enclosed river, and you'll find that all of these 5 small towns have either gorgeous canyons or just beautiful rivers. Check it out.
Going into Batopilas is an adventure.
Deep in Chihuahua's Copper Canyon complex is a pueblo by the name Batopilas, and the journey there is part of the village's magic. A winding road slowly descending to sea level, making for a climate akin to a Mediterranean coastal town.
From the forest to mangoes and avocados and guavas and papaya trees. Subtropical weather, and then in winter you can have snow, freezing temperatures up there.
Officials with the government of Mexico declared Batopilas a Pueblo Mágico in 2012. Its prominent silver mining history that once made Batopilas one of the wealthiest silver-producing centers in Mexico.
Was the second town after Mexico City to have electricity. And it was because of the richness that they have because of the silver mine.
And that legacy of wealth and status can still be seen, as some of the town's grand mansions have been converted into boutique hotels, from the mine tours to the pueblo's breathtaking views as visitors transition from mountains to a tropical paradise. Batopilas' wealth is now open and welcoming to all. Man, so can you just imagine seeing this little town being the first one to have electricity in the state of Chihuahua back in the day? How incredible. I mean, I love history, and I know you're a history buff as well, so I feel like this is right up our alley.
No doubt about that. The other part about all of this, I just feel so well-traveled.
Right?
In this 2-part series of Small Town Spotlight. We're bouncing around from one town to the other. I feel very, very well-traveled, well-informed. I'm ready to make the trip.
I am too, and we still have a lot more to share with you guys, so don't go anywhere.
Stay.
Hey everyone, welcome back. So I know we've been talking about the 5 magic towns, right? And I know my biggest question is, where do I book these cool tours to see it all? Because I don't want to do it by myself. But for that answer, we have Germán Orrantia, and you are the director of the
touristic promotion.
There you go. See, I almost got it right.
Yeah, for the Secretary of Tourism in Chihuahua State.
Oh my gosh, how impressive. So we have the guy that knows it all.
So, to Monica's question, how do you do it?
Very fine, very happy to be with you. And speaking of my state, the biggest state in all Mexico, and it's a very fun place to be. And I want to invite everyone to go to Chihuahua. All of the state, not only the city, not only the border, but all the whole state.
And, go ahead. I was going to ask you, how do we do it? Is there like a tourism package or somewhere where we can stop by to book something like this?
There are a lot of places to book. There are a lot of tour operators. You can go in Chihuahua. It's a place for a lot of people in all the world to have all the packages. You can go to the train, to the Chepe, you can go to the Parques Barrancas, you can go to the Chihuahua City, all the historical places, all the cultural places, Pancho Villa, if you know him. There are a lot of packages for the city, for going to the city and then to the Sierra, to the Parque Barrancas, to the Chepe, and you can go all the way to the coast via the Chepe. It's a wonderful trip with the train, and it's in your bucket list.
Yeah.
Everybody has to know that traveling to Chihuahua and go to the Sierra and go to the Chepe, it's in your bucket list.
And see, here's my thing is, before doing the small town spotlights, I would have never even thought about it. Yeah. Is it a best kept secret, or is it starting to become more mainstream?
I think it's mainstream because not everyone wants the beach.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of people want to go to the mountain, to the desert, and Chihuahua has it all.
Yeah.
Wow.
We have the desert, we have a mountain, we have modern cities, we have historical cities, we have historical place, cultural place. All of that is in Chihuahua, Mexico.
Wow, that's
He's right.
incredible.
Bucket list for sure.
Definitely now on mine too. And speaking of the desert, we're going to be talking about the heat.
That's right. Robert's talking about that coming up next.
Your local weather authority, Robert Bettis, the Borderlands' only certified broadcast meteorologist.
At La Fiesta in downtown Juarez, if you haven't had enough with the chicken cordon mix with strips of green chili in it, or possibly the steak and shrimp kebabs with a spicy kick, of course you can always have lots of delicious desserts. Leslie, what do we have?
Yeah, this is a crepa with strawberry and lechera.
A crepe with strawberries and milk. Oh my goodness, look at that.
These are churros with cinnamon.
How
These
brilliant.
have chocolate on them.
Taking the churro and turning it into a little heart. I love La Fiesta. Thank you. I am with Cesar Azura Nájera, and he is the Consul of Protection and Legal Services for the Consul here in Mexico. You have a beautiful family.
Thank you, Robert.
So you were born in Mexico City.
I was born there, yes.
How do you like being stationed in El Chuco?
Nice. I love the city. I mean, I want to stay here as long as I can.
Well, and look at these beautiful children. Your daughter?
My daughter Julieta.
Okay.
She's the bigger one.
All right. And we have another daughter over here.
Camila.
Camila.
Franco.
Franco. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, Duke.
And Duke.
The smallest one of all.
Okay. I love it. Okay. Thank you so much. It's hot. Let's take a look at your exclusive 9-day forecast. Now, tomorrow, high temperature 106 as our extreme heat continues. Then on Friday, we'll be at about 104 degrees as that ridge of high pressure begins to come down. Saturday, partly cloudy skies with a high of 103 degrees. Then finally, thankfully, those thunder showers return to us on Sunday evening, and some of those storms could get quite strong on Sunday, but the potential for some heavy rainfall, thunder showers will stay with us much of the work week next week, so a very different work week. Okay, so born in Mexico City, you had an education in the military.
Yes.
An actual stud of Mexico, if I may say, Cesar.
Oh,
yes.
Thank you.
A compliment.
Thank you.
But it was only 2 months ago that you actually went to Chihuahua City?
Yes.
How was it?
It was a beautiful experience. I never been there before. Even if when I have 6 years here now posted in El Paso, it was amazing. It's a very beautiful city. You should go.
And only 3 hours away.
Only 3 hours away. Yes.
So you just drive there and then boom, beautiful hotels.
Beautiful hotels, beautiful people, very good food. Yes, it's a must to go.
A lot of people, and I'm glad you said that, because a lot of people do that. That's why we have these small town spotlights, because people will live in El Paso
and they've never been up to Ruidoso, or they've never been over to Columbus, New Mexico. And you're saying it's kind of the same here. You get busy in your life and you don't explore. What other places in Chihuahua that you really love that you say people should visit?
Well, Ciudad Juarez, of course. I mean, many people say that Ciudad Juarez, it's just our neighbor and they don't take the time to know it, but it's a beautiful place with
really
very beautiful restaurants, places to go at night. It's very nice. And then there's Meoki. I mean, there are many places.
Yes.
I cannot say all of them because I will
You'll
commit
run
a
out
sin
the
if
clock.
I...
Right, yes. Cesar, I agree with you completely. I love Mexico very much. You have been so generous to us, and we thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you for taking me here.
You stay with KTSM 9 News.
Welcome back to the season finale of Small Town Spotlight, where we are spotlighting the 5 magic towns of Chihuahua, Mexico. This next story I'm actually really excited about. If you've ever, almost like a behind the scenes look, if you ever have seen one of our newscasts and you've heard us introduce one of our stories from Border Report, there is a man behind that mission, especially here in El Paso. Julian Resendez has been covering the U.S.-Mexico border for over 30 years. He certainly has a unique perspective, as well as not only on the U.S.-Mexico border, but also the 5 magic towns of Chihuahua, Mexico. Monica Cortez sat down with him to get his perspective.
We get the unique privilege of talking to Border Report Julian Resendez. He's actually the journalist that is always covering Juarez's side of news here in El Paso as well. You're always along the border, Julian, and as a matter of fact, he got a chance to visit all 5 Pueblos Mágicos himself. Julian, can you give us a perspective in your experience? How safe is it going down to these pueblos?
My perspective is that you can do a lot of things in Mexico, you can do a lot of things in Juarez. It all depends who you go with, where you go, and above all, what you're doing. There is certainly nothing wrong with going to these archaeological sites, to the historic sites, and just taking in the beauty and learning something about the people who used to inhabit the region. The only advice I would have for people is to join an established tour. Okay. If you're not familiar with the area, if you don't go there on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, by all means, join a group that offers tours where a lot of people go and there's safety in numbers. So definitely, that would be the main advice that we have.
So for people who are kind of hesitant and they're like, I don't know, it's Chihuahua, there's a lot of violence, you know, narcos type of thing. What do you have to say about that?
What I can tell you is that northwest Chihuahua, the region where some of these Pueblos magic towns are located, has experienced some up and downs as far as drug cartel violence. But what I can share from my experience is that for the most part, these organized crime elements tend to stay away from tourists, from foreigners, from people they believe if I do something to this person, it's going to come back to me. Whatever deals I have with other people, with authorities, it's not going to work if the U.S. government gets involved. So for the most part, criminals stay away from what they see as lawful, decent people.
You know, Andy, it's one of those things where I felt very relieved talking to him and him really opening up and telling me, no, you know what, it is safe to go. You don't have to worry about that. There are some hot spots in Mexico, just like any other state or city that you visit. But as far as these 5 magic towns, I was very happy to know you're okay.
And Julian, I mean, he's our go-to when it comes to anything across the border. If you're interested in any of his work, you can find it on borderreport.com. A lot of the stuff that he reports, we end up being first on it just because of those connections that he has on both sides of the border.
So very knowledgeable. So thank you, Julian, for giving us that perspective.
That's right. Well, I certainly couldn't think of a better way to end this season, Season 3 of Small Town Spotlight. Mauricio, thank you so much for having us here.
Thank you very much. Let me take the opportunity to thank KTSM for this beautiful series. I think it was great. I want to thank the Secretary of Tourism of Chihuahua for everything that they have done. Secretary Edibray Gomez, He has been great. And also, if you allow me, I want to thank Hal Marcus Gallery because they lend us these beautiful art pieces for this special occasion. So thank you.
I love that. No, thank you so much. And, you know, we want to thank some people of our own. Of course, our production, Nigel, Adam, where are you guys? I kind of want you a little bit on the spotlight. They shot, edited, and they're producing this. The person you will not see is Irene, our producer. She does all of our special assignments, so she's on the other side of the camera. And, of course, Ozzy, he really was the backbone to this series.
No doubt about that. Also, Tony of running Robert's live shots, kind of getting in some trouble here and there. And
the one, the only.
Yes,
this is right.
There he is.
And also, a huge big thank you to Monica. Monica put in a lot of time and effort to this series.